went through a living hell, but God brought us out.
Now on ABC7 News at 11, victims across the state, especially in the Big Bend area, getting the help they need after surviving Hurricane Idalia.
Plus, back here at home, the flooding now receding out of St. Armand's Circle. Many businesses opening back up.
Mr. Chang has put us through so much pain, not only by killing my daughter, but by his actions every step of the way.
But first at 11, a mother's emotional plea for justice on sentencing day for the man accused in the hit-and-run death of her daughter. The judge saying David Chang caused her death. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Brissa Bradfield.
I'm Rick Adams. Her name was Lily. She had died a year ago after she was hit by a car. Tonight, the man driving that car sentenced. As you can imagine, it was a very emotional and long day in a Sarasota courtroom earlier today.
I will sentence Mr. Chang to 15 years Department of Corrections with credit for time served, to be followed by 3 years of regular probation.
With that, David Chang will be spending a long time behind bars. Chang charged with 1 count of leaving the scene of an accident with injury or death and 1 count of tampering with or concealing evidence. Lily's parents reacting to the sentence.
Nothing can bring Lily back, but we're just thankful that Judge Kadar could see that, the truth of what really happened.
Lily's family and friends in the courtroom, many of them giving their statements. Lily's mom, very emotional when she took the stand.
She was loved immensely by her family and friends. She was beautiful and kind.
Lily was riding her bicycle on her way home from Pineview School in Osprey on August 16th of last year when Chang struck her with his car and left the scene. She would die a week and a half later. David Chang taking the stand as well.
I panicked, so that's why I make this most horrible day of my life. I make the most terrible decision of my life. So that moment, I just want to let you know is I do care.
Chang had members of his family in attendance, his daughter taking the stand, talking all about her dad. This sentence on Thursday bringing some closure for Lily's family and friends.
I'm glad it's behind us. I'm glad he finally addressed the judge and the court. We're glad it's behind us.
And 15 years in prison is what the state attorney's office was asking for. The defense was pushing for just a mandatory 4 years with home confinement.
Also in Sarasota, this man here on your screen now convicted of sexual battery against a child. Corey Dwayne Primus has been sentenced to 40 years in prison. The charges including sexual battery against a child between the age of 12 and 18 by a person in familial or custodial authority using a computer to seduce a child to commit a sexual act and impregnating a minor. In July of 2021, the victim and her family were living in a home with Primus, and according to detectives, Primus, who was at the time 34, would solicit that 13-year-old. This also happened when he was left to watch over her when her parents were not home. All right, well, now to other big news having a large impact here on our area. We are talking about Idalia, the storm now far from Florida, but the aftermath still remains.
Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan joining us now with a first check of weather. And Bob, things are looking a whole lot better.
They are, and what's left of Idalia is going to in fact, get stronger, re-intensify, and become a tropical storm again. It's been downgraded, and that's a result of it losing some of its tropical characteristics. It's way out there now. This is not it. This is, again, the storm Franklin heading off to the northeast. You can hardly see anything around where Idalia has been, but it is going to re-intensify in time. It's left behind us nice conditions now, but we did some showers earlier today. Here's the latest on it. It is post-tropical storm Idalia, but then it's going to re-intensify into a tropical storm just south of Bermuda, it looks like, and then head off into the open waters of the Atlantic, still moving quickly now. Look at the wind, 65 miles an hour, gusts up to 75, but it doesn't have tropical storm characteristics right now. Nothing else going on close to home, but there are lots of activity, lots of things out there in the Atlantic right now. Showers, pretty much rain-free right now, looking good, and temperatures pretty warm. at this hour. Low to mid 80s, 86 in Venice, 84 in Bradenton, and you're at 86 at Longboat Key. Same as the Gulf water temperature now at 86 and 82 degrees in Arcadia. Before the storm moved through, the water temperature was at 89, so it has cooled things down a little bit there, but won't take long to warm it back up with lots of sunshine expected over the weekend. Rain-free tonight, and low temperatures will be in the mid to upper 70s. We'll have light winds, mostly fair skies, and the wind speeds right now are fairly light up and down the coast, out of the west, southwest here along the coast. Siesta Key, just a 4-mile-an-hour wind, and hardly find any wind as you push inland. Northport at 3 and a 9 at Minnesota Beach. Now, the heat index tomorrow will get up there. I don't think we'll see any advisories here. We had some advisories over South Florida earlier. But we'll get up to 100, 103 at times in the afternoon with temperatures right around 90, and that actual dew point temperature way up there, making it feel a little bit warmer out there. We'll have much more in the weekend weather forecast. Take a look at a couple other systems out there in the Atlantic coming up in a few minutes. Rick?
All right, things getting back to normal. Thank you, Bob. St. Armand's is back open. Businesses are slowly getting back to normal as well. This after the area was shut down because of intense flooding from the hurricane. St. Armand's Circle posting the news about all these openings on social media.
And some businesses were able to get back up and running already tonight. Everyone I spoke with while I was there was shocked to see just how it looked this way tonight after 24 hours. The difference roughly 24 hours can make. Adalia flooding St. Armand's Circle, forcing officials to close it down to everyone. And now it's back open, and it's hard to tell that it was totally underwater just a day ago. Wednesday night, several restaurants and shops were able to reopen their doors. Like Windland Galleries, an employee, Joel Holt, says he's thankful.
I'm really grateful that the shop and everything is okay. I didn't know what to expect, but everything seems fine. I can hardly tell there was anything down here. They said there was some flooding on the Circle, but there's not that much evidence of it.
Another business that was able to return to normal operations was Arcade Monsters. Jake Paskey is a regular there and was shocked to learn that it had already reopened.
It was, from what I saw it only online on the news. Everything was 2 feet underwater. I mean, I came here to go to the arcade, and we're already open. My friends at the arcade that run it were like, hey, come down. I was like, okay, it's already open.
And while some businesses suffered more damage than others, hopefully it's only a matter of time before they are all back up and running. And we'll, of course, continue to follow Adalia's impacts both on air and online at mysuncoast.com.
But it is going to take a while for every business to reopen with a lot of cleanup ahead. We did speak with one restaurant owner who had nearly a foot of water inside his dining room. ABC7's Jordan Litwiller has more.
A restless night for business owners along the Suncoast.
Believe me, I didn't sleep much. You see the bags and everything, right?
Owner of Cafe L'Europe, John Horn, describing the roller coaster of emotions that filled his evening.
You know, we were watching the cameras and couldn't see water at first here, and then we hear that there's 12 inches of water inside the restaurant, which just kicked us right in the teeth.
The sandbags placed around the restaurant and the sheets of plywood covering the windows giving way to the powerful winds of Hurricane Idalia.
This was much more damaging than the prior ones, so it just shows you've got to be prepared.
Horn walking us around the restaurant, showing us the damage.
And this is where we're most concerned is how the intrusion here. See how the water wicked into the connectors there.
The water covering the entirety of the restaurant, from the front patio to the back dining room.
So you see where the water has just gotten in there badly.
Carly Lambert from the Rapid Response Team explaining the damages this sitting water can cause.
Potential mold growth to really infecting your property with potential hazards from that Category 3 water, which has sewage and everything else in it.
Cleanup crews working in overdrive, trying to prevent as much damage as possible. But Horn getting bad news about his wood floors that were just installed.
This is all new flooring in here, so this will probably all come up and be replaced.
Even with these setbacks, focusing on the positives.
We had not gotten our new booths in, so they didn't get ruined. So there was good timing.
Grateful to escape this powerful storm with a bright future still on the horizon.
And then to walk in today, I feel a lot better. So that roller coaster is, you know, the one that has a smile on your face right now instead of the frown. So we're going to get through it. We absolutely are.
Jordan Litwiller, ABC7, your local station.
And new tonight, federal money is now available helping people recover from Hurricane Idalia. President Joe Biden approving the disaster declaration earlier this afternoon.
And as our ABC7 Capitol Bureau reporter Cody Butler explains, it's just a portion of the relief coming to people affected by the storm.
Hundreds of people are lining up for supplies outside this church in Perry.
We went through a living hell, but God brought us out.
Edie Robinson has lived in Perry for several years. She's one of thousands of people in Taylor County looking for help after Hurricane Idalia went through as a strong Category 3 storm.
It's amazing. I didn't expect it to happen this soon, but God sent you out to help us through.
Quickly was the goal for Governor Ron DeSantis. At the State Emergency Operations Center in Tallahassee Thursday morning, he said the state is helping with more than 1,000 requests from counties across the Big Bend.
So the things that may be necessary, particularly in some of these hard-hit areas, fuel, water, MREs, tarps, all that stuff, we have an abundance of, and we'll be providing that as needed.
It's not just the state that's offering resources. Global Empowerment Mission just showed up at this church in Perry right after the storm to help hand out rations and water.
The needs are immediately after. That's why. The community need is not, 12 hours later, 36 hours later. So that's why it's really important for us to be here the minute that something happens.
Emily Fulmer helps run the Miami-based nonprofit Global Empowerment Mission, an organization that helps feed communities after disasters, primarily hurricanes. An organization Robinson is thankful for while her community rebuilds.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing.
Fulmer says her group will be in town as long as they are needed. In Perry, Cody Butler, ABC7, your local station.
And if you do want to help with relief efforts, the state does have a fund set up.
Yeah, a lot of people do need that help. You can donate to the Florida Disaster Fund online. That link, by the way, is on our website at mysuncoast.com. Coming up on ABC7 News at 11 o'clock, we have an update on the damage to Minnesota Key Road. Crews trying to clean up and repair what they can.
Plus, we have what you should do with all of those sandbags folks collected as they prepared for Idalia. We've got that story coming up next.
As Hurricane Idalia came charging through our area, ABC7 was committed to keeping you informed before, during, and after the storm, alerting you days in advance, working around the clock, updating you on all platforms, activating our hurricane helpline to answer your questions, and providing team coverage to prepare you for the aftermath. ABC7 is your local station.
Our idea of the perfect day, you, your best friend.
Yeah, buddy. You ready to run?
And Quattro all-wheel drive. Own the elements in the Audi Q5.
Let's go, buddy.
Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
When it comes to protecting your home, there's one name you can count on, Handyman Roofing. With over 40 years of experience, we are the roofing experts you need. Is your roof in need of repair? Don't wait until it's too late. Our team of professionals can handle any roofing issue, big or small. And if it's time for a complete roof replacement, we've got you covered. Call us today at 1-866-853-3770.
Get things done. Count on Handyman Roofing to get it done. Handyman Roofing to get it done.
If you've been in an accident, you know how hard it can be to find people who will listen to your needs. I'm Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anager & Levine, and we're not like other law firms. When you call our office, you'll speak to an attorney immediately, someone who understands the complexity and legal issues of your case and focuses on the most important thing, your recovery. Call us at 1-800-747-FREE for a consultation and take back control of your life.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Lease a Santa Fe for $269 a month, or get a Tucson or Santa Fe with up to $2,500 bonus cash or 3.29% APR at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Welcome back. Some damage from Adalia taking a little longer to repair. Take a look at the damage here on Minnesota Key Road. What a mess. It collapsed during the hurricane. That road couldn't compete with the wrath of Hurricane Adalia.
And we know crews were out there today along that road. Fire officials also putting a plan into action on how to deal with emergency calls with that road now gone. ABC7's Rob Wells tonight has an update.
Here along Minnesota Key Road, it is still a complete disaster area out here. Crews were out filling in with sand. The devastation left behind after Hurricane Idalia moved through, completely collapsing a main part of the road out here. A lot of the neighbors out still taking pictures, surveying what was going on. We even saw one guy trying to get out of his driveway in a Corvette. Didn't have great luck, got stuck and had to get a little help getting out of there. But again, a slow road to recovery here.
Surge came after the fact. The hurricane went by and surge didn't come till many hours past, so it was unexpected.
Because we're upgrading our response to this just to provide better services for everybody that's out here, much quicker response. We're in talks right now with Sarasota County, possibly using a Northport unit that would be quicker to get out here in the event that we get a call in this particular area of the island.
County says it could take several weeks, several months to get things back to normal out here. No word yet on a total damage estimate. In Inglewood, Rob Wells, ABC7, your local station.
And Anna Maria Island did see quite a bit of flooding from the hurricane. Storm surge flooding the streets. Take a look at that. What a disaster there, causing damage to roads and businesses. And today, most of the water, though, is gone. Almost all of the roads are back open. People beginning the cleanup process so they can get back to enjoying life on their beautiful island.
And Siesta Key Beach seeing some flooding during the storm surge and high tide hitting the popular tourist spot. The roads and beach access areas had water up to a foot high. And take a look at this picture taken yesterday. What is normally a long walk to the beach, a much shorter one brought all the way up to the volleyball nets. And here is what the beach looks like today. The water back to its usual spot. Beachgoers out on the sand and soaking up the sun. The sand not as white and seaweed is scattered along the area, but at least it is looking like it's heading back to normal.
Yeah, good to see things getting back to normal there. But Casey Key Road, on the other hand, not looking as good. This is what it looks like. The pavement ripped from the ground, cracked and covered with debris. In downtown Sarasota, Bayfront Park seeing some damage as well, but cleanup is underway. The park remaining closed today. Other parks still closed include Eloy's, Whirland Park, Tony Saprito Fishing Pier, and Ken Thompson Park Playground.
And many Suncoast residents prepared for Adalia by filling up these sandbags like they're doing here on their screen to protect your homes. So now that the storm has passed, well, what should you do with them? Sarasota County government says if the sandbags have not been compromised by rain or any flooding, they can be stored in a dark, dry area to be reused. They can also be disposed of by sprinkling the sand in your yard, but they're telling people to not dispose of sandbags by bringing them to a beach or a playground.
All right, still ahead on ABC7 News at 11 o'clock. High school sports here on the Suncoast taking a two-day break during the hurricane. Coming up, we'll take a look at Palmetto High School and how they are all back in action there.
Text Fire Relief to 51555 and give hope for Hawaii.
Intuitive technology. Striking lines. Impeccable details. Genesis. Proof that transformation begins from the inside out. Lease the 2023 Genesis G70 for $329 per month. Exclusively at your Suncoast Genesis retailers.
Summer is Honda Pilot savings time. Pay just $489 a month on our largest selection of new Pilots. In stock now, just $489 a month. Search your local Honda dealer today.
I just can't get rid of you guys.
Rinse me down, baby.
What is that? It tastes so good.
Bugs out now. Turn your bad news into good news with Good News Pest Solutions. Still family owned and operated since 1989.
beating cancer, your first choice is your best chance. Moffitt Cancer Center brings the highest level of urgency to provide the right diagnosis right away. As Florida's only national comprehensive cancer center, we're fast-tracking revolutionary therapies and pioneering vaccines that enable the life-saving power of prevention. When an accurate diagnosis and therapy matter, choose Moffitt first. Moffitt, a cancer center like no other.
ABC7's official Suncoast Hurricane Guide arms you with vital information you need when severe weather threatens the Suncoast. Download yours today at mysuncoast.com.
Days before disruptive weather hits the Suncoast, the ABC7 First Alert Weather Team is on it.
Save thousands with 3.9% financing on new Honda Pilots this summer. The most awarded brand in car and driver 10 best history. Pilots, save with 3.9%. Search your local Honda dealer today.
It is time now for ABC7 Sports Today. It was back to work for high school teams all across the area after their two-day break during Idalia, and for some, the storm forcing some changes to their schedule.
And one of those is a matchup featuring two Manatee County teams. Tonight, our Xavier McKnight has more from Palmetto High School.
For many student athletes across the Suncoast, today felt like a sense of normalcy again. It was the first day back at practice for our local high school fall sports programs. Both Manatee and Sarasota counties were out of school on Tuesday and Wednesday of this week due to Hurricane Idalia. Multiple athletic directors tell me the expectation is for players to be in game day mode.
When something's taken away, you miss it, it's something that's part of your life, you really enjoy it, and you get back to it, you're excited. I think that the level of play, the excitement, it will be up there because they've been away for a while.
I think it's going to be high intensity. Having 2 days off is not necessarily a bad thing. We had some guys that were kind of dinged up, but I think having that 2-day rest is good.
But not all of our local teams are taking the field. The highly anticipated matchup between Palmetto and Braden River, originally scheduled for Friday, has been postponed. Tigers head coach Rashad West tells me the decision comes after the administrative staffs at the schools told he and Pirates head coach Kurt Bradley that this is for the best as families continue to clean up from the aftermath of Idalia.
All these are case-by-case basis. I do realize that there are other people that are playing, but it appears that we've come to the conclusion as a group, as a whole, our side as well as the side over at Braden River, that postponing and looking for a future date was best for both programs, after we come out of what we just had over the last couple of days.
Xavier McKnight, ABC7, your local station.
I'll tell you what, thank you, Xavier. We're looking at better weather for football Friday night. We're going to let you know about how great things will be for the weekend, too, and the tropics, all sorts of activity going on there. Details right after this.
Time and Temp brought to you by the man of your dreams.
What you doing out there?
Taking the scenic route. I know this looks like a summer blockbuster, but this is a Nissan sales event tag. With 5 drive modes, this Nissan Rogue gives the performance of a lifetime. Now comes the real star of the show.
Now get a low $350 per month lease or get 0% APR financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
Better hurry. These offers won't get a sequel.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us. It's our pleasure. Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
The Acura Summer of Performance event going on now.
You've been in an accident and you're hurt. It's time to get serious.
I will take the time to personally explain all the legal issues in your case.
Call us or go to justicepays.com.
Okay, get a look at this. Now, you may have seen it last night, the super blue moon. And now, this is a rare event. It doesn't happen very often. Now, the blue moon is just 2 full moons in a month. That does happen occasionally. It'll happen again next year. But the super blue moon won't happen again until 2037. And Nadia getting this great shot last night near Siesta Key, and I should say near, again, Longboat Key. Anyway, Barbara Siebers getting this one as well. Great shots there. Nothing blue about it, just the fact that it happens to be a full moon in the same month. Now, radar picture not showing any rainfall around at all. Thankfully, we've had a lot in places, and it looks like we're going to get a little bit more tomorrow, then things will dry out for a few days. Boy, it was nice today, 90 degrees below average. We haven't been able to say that all summer long, but today's low was above it at 81 degrees, so it all balanced out. Sunset will be at 7:51 tomorrow. Temperatures, because of the lack of rain, warm at this hour. It is muggy still, too. Mid-80s, 85 in Sarasota, the same in Northport, and 85 degrees seems to be the popular number from Bradenton and into Inglewood. The wind speeds, as I said earlier, very light. We're going to continue to see them out of the west-southwest tomorrow, so that will keep that humidity up throughout the day. And here's the high-res forecast model showing that onshore flow through the morning, and look for a lot of sunshine tomorrow. There'll be a few showers around, a few storms. Now, the 70% chance for rain, is a lot of that will be inland, east of I-75. We'll see a few coastal showers possible in the morning. Whenever we get this set up, it does allow that to happen. And then for the evening, high school football action under the bright lights of Friday. Not going to be much of a problem out there as far as rain goes. I think it'll be okay. And then you'll notice those clouds coming in this direction. So Saturday we will see a few afternoon and evening storms around. The dry air moves in on Sunday and really shuts down our rain chances, it looks like, for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, too, as we move through time. So inland storms tomorrow, a few coastal storms on Saturday afternoon, but for the most part, it should be a great weekend ahead. As we see that drier air slip in, here it is on Sunday, and then on Monday, it stays there. Tuesday, it stays there. Keeps all that high humidity well down to our south and well to the west of us all throughout most of next week, and even into Thursday and Friday, just a slight chance for a few showers. Well, in the tropics, we're tracking lots going on. Franklin, we have what's left. Again, Adalia, and that is going to redevelop. And then we have a couple of systems here we're watching, and one way out here. Jose is going to move off to the north. It's not going to be around very long either. The tropical outlook looks like this for 3 areas we're watching. This one, 30% chance. This one, more than likely going to be Katia before long. It's got a 90% chance of happening. This one, not much as it moves off to the northeast. And here's a look now at Jose, and winds 60 miles an hour moving to the north pretty fast. It's only going to be around for another 12 hours or so as it heads off into the cooler waters of the Atlantic. The next name up, there it is, Katia, and then Lee, and then Margot, the third storm right there. We'll wait and see how things plan out, but right now, nothing for us. Don't have to worry. In fact, for the next 10 days, it looks like things stay quiet right here in the Gulf of Mexico. Southwest winds 5 to 10 knots. Seas will be at 2 feet. And the forecast, that 70% chance for rain is, as I said, mainly inland. Slight chance for showers Saturday and Sunday. Looking good next week. Right back after this.
7-day weather forecast is brought to you by the Gettle Automotive Group. Gettle's got it.
Are you in need of a new roof? We got you covered. Handyman Roofing. #1 roofing experts with over 40 years of experience.
How to get things done. Count on Handyman Roofing to get it done. Handyman Roofing to get it done.
Research has shown that people who hire attorneys to handle their injury cases on average get more money.
You coming? Yeah, I'm coming. Let me take you out. Let's go. Downtown tonight. Let me take you out.
The Volkswagen Taos. German engineering everyone can get into. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today and get 3.9% APR financing for 72 months on all new 2023 SUVs.
Living your best Florida life begins with quality sleep. Our sleep experts are trained to help you achieve that. Shop our collection from Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. Plus, save up to $800 off select mattress sets. Only at Mater Brothers Furniture and Mattress.
With Cash Pop, you just need one number to win. Now with a $10 play or bigger prizes. Be a one-number wonder with Cash Pop.
ABC7 is your local station for sports.
Tune in every night for the ABC7 Sports Desk.
The week's biggest matchups, play-by-plays, and the area's best student athletes getting you into the action.
Sponsored by Brian Savali Law, right here on ABC7, your local station.
Are you in need of a new roof? We got you covered. Handyman Roofing. #1 roofing experts with over 40 years of experience.
How to get things done. Count on Handyman Roofing to get it done. Handyman Roofing to get it done.
And finally tonight, here is a look at our most clicked web stories on mysuncoast.com. We do start with ABC7 Share It tab, collecting pictures of the hurricane aftermath, and we do have a lot of them. The photos showing lots of flooding. And local businesses' roof was ripped off because of high winds from the hurricane. It happened over at the Troll Music on Vettis Avenue. David Chang has now been sentenced to 15 years in prison. That was for the hit-and-run death of 13-year-old Lily. That'll do it for this Thursday night. It feels like we have some normalcy again here, right?
Yeah, it's getting back to it. You know, there's still lots of gallery pictures of all the flooding and the damage you just showed there as well. So keep sending them in to mysuncoast.com. At the top of there, you'll see us share it. And we really thank a lot of the folks that sent photos in and video as well.
And we do use, for the most part, a lot of them. That's where we see, you know, what's happening out there.
Right.
And we can showcase it right here on ABC7.
Yes. Enjoy your night, everyone. Thanks so much for watching.
Have a good night.
Bye, everybody.